What's going on, family? It's your boy, Mr. P. Like I just got into there. Huh? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. P, man. And we got a special guest with us today. I am super excited for this. I actually been asking for this for about 3 years. It just got cooked up. You know what I'm saying? Not to put nothing against my mans, but I just know this, God don't give it to you when you want it, right? But it's always right on time. Without further ado, we got the one, the only, Mr. BT in the building, back at Zero CEO, the Branden Thompson. I'm excited about this. How you feeling today, family?
What's going on, man? I'm feeling phenomenal, bro. Thanks for having me.
Oh, that's what's up. Oh, man, we excited about this year, man. Thanks for having me. Thank you for coming 4 years later.
I'm ready to dive in, man. I'm ready to dive. Like you said, he don't give it to you when you want it, but he always on time. So it's time now.
Oh yeah, it's time now. We excited. I know you and my sister went to high school, not high school, college, huh? I went to the same college.
Yes.
Yeah, we went to Prairie View.
That's what's up. Prairie View. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I know back then you was running the play, with I Am. I just want to cut the show chase. So what actually happened, B? Give me what happened with that relationship, B. Talk to me. The people want to know.
As far as I Am, like how I got into the company. Well, it actually happened post graduation, but like really about it like 8 months after I graduated. So shout out to TT. We had a lot of long nights studying, solving all type of crazy equations.
Thermodynamics.
That one almost took me out, but I made it across the finish line and was able to graduate, with flying colors. But I got a job with Boeing, in Long Beach right after I graduated. So I, shot right out to where y'all at right now on the West Coast. And it was like a dream come true, as far as like living in Cali. I always said I wanted to, didn't know how I was gonna do it, but I guess I manifested it in some type of way. And so like y'all know, the cost of living in Cali ain't cheap.
No.
And so even if you're making like 6 figures, you still kind of like regular. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you living this extravagant life. You're not struggling, but you're not able to do what you can do maybe if you were in Texas or I don't know, St. Louis or something like that. And so maybe after a few months of me getting some checks and kind of seeing the lay of the land, I realized that I needed more. And I started looking for other things just to make additional income. Right. And I know that probably sounds crazy because it's like, man, you making 6 figures, you're a full-time engineer, you still looking for other ways. And I know a lot of people tend to get comfortable when they get that type of, career, but not me. I was like, it's got to be more out here. And so I was open to more conversations about other opportunities that I could, do on top of what I was making with my biweekly check from Boeing. And did a couple things, nothing really stuck. But the law of attraction is real. And so probably not even maybe like 2-3 weeks after I had kind of started thinking like I need something more. I went to like start getting opportunities, and one of them came across my desk by a good friend of mine. Been knowing him since middle school. And I won't say his name. Maybe he don't want me to say his name. But a good friend of mine from middle school, he actually brought Forex across my desk.
You know who you talking about? I'm telling people. I know exactly who you talking about.
People. If you want to tell the people,
go ahead,
I wasn't gonna do it, but you could do it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I could be wrong.
He didn't sign the waiver. He didn't sign the waiver.
He didn't sign. Okay, we gotta respect that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to be like no jumper on here. You know what I'm saying? Like people just getting exposed now. But shout out to my boy DL Woods. He actually brought it across my desk. And I'm gonna be completely real. Like, I knew DL since we was 12 years old. So
12?
Yeah, he's always been about his money and always brought every single last opportunity he could think of to me. I actually got in my first network marketing company because of DL. I was selling knives, Cutco Vector Marketing. I got a call.
Not knives.
I was 19. I think I was 19 years old.
You sell knives, BT?
Bro, I done sold everything from cars to candy bars, bro. Like,
Let's go.
Like, I'm a real hustler, bro. Nothing off the table for me, if it makes sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah, DL's always brought opportunity to my desk. It's always been about money. And so that's why we've always stayed connected. But he brought this to my attention, in a different place in my life, right? Because the times before, I ain't really had no money. I wasn't really stable. But this time, I'm like, man, I'm making good money. I got my own crib, car, whatever. I am looking for something additional. And so it wasn't my first time of hearing network marketing, but this one was a little bit different. But because he said you don't have to recruit anybody to make money, and I was like, okay, this is different. I said, so break that down to me. He says, well, if you want to recruit, you can, but the product is where you make the money. And I said, okay, well, explain that. He said, well, it's the foreign exchange market. And he was like, you can actually trade currencies, against each other. You can buy and sell them. And it was kind of a foreign concept to me at the time, but it sounded real. And I'll never forget. And whatever it is, I was in Ross getting socks and drawers. I was having this, I remember vividly where I was.
And what year was this?
This was 2017. This was like late February 2017. And I remember that call so vividly. And he was like, it's $195 to get started. Let me know if it's something you want to do. I was like, okay, give me 3 days. So I really like meditated, prayed on it, and I said, you know what? I got it. Let me do it. So probably like 2 days later, I jumped in, and the rest is history. Nah, man, it really opened up a lot. It opened up a lot, and I can keep going on, but you interject me however you want the conversation to go.
No. Okay, so everybody that's kind of that know you, that know the history of Trade House and how you guys basically just went crazy from that point right there to where it actually went was unheard of. It was just astronomical. Selling out stadiums. You guys did a whole bunch of impact and went on college tours. You told her about it. She told me about it. It was just spreading like wildfire. And especially during that time, right around after COVID, like you already had your foot in there. But it's just really some legendary shit happened between that point and where we are now.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that cooked up, but I'm sure you do. But my question is, what made you veer from that and focus on Back at Zero? Because we got some new stuff popping right now. We got Back at Zero. I see you on the social medias doing your thing with the BAZ. You had an event in Houston. We showed up. That was beautiful. And you kind of veered off and did your own thing. So from that astronomical big, because that was crazy. I was P6. I was shooting for P1. You feel me? Listen, I wanted my fly. You understand me? So what made you transition to doing all that team building, all that going hard, all that Chairman 250, C100, all that other stuff to Back at Zero?
That's a good question, man. It definitely was a transition. It didn't just happen overnight. But what I will say is that Back at Zero has been around really since the beginning of my run. So 2019, I coined it. If you go back on my posts, you'll probably see me. I'm wearing like a white long sleeve shirt with like some pants with a red like strip down the side. I'm in Chicago. Shout out Chicago. I'm in Chicago. I was doing an event. I was chairman 25 at the time, and I was just doing some content. Had my videographer, photographer out there, and I was thinking of a caption. I really, back then, the captions used to be novels, right? So I was really like reflecting. I was like, man, bro, I think it was probably like maybe like August of 2019, and I'm probably maybe like 7 months off my job, 6 months off my job. And I'm like, bro, I just went from making 6 figures a year to now I'm making $25,000 a month. And it's like, it's uphill, right? It's all upside, seem like from here. And I was like, I never want to go back and like to that place where it's just like, I'm trading time for money. And I'm like, this is it. And I was just like, yo, how did I get here? And I feel like it was my mindset. I was always back at zero because I tell you, like, even though I was making 6 figures, I was still looking for more. And that's kind of like the mindset. The mantra is back at zero. It's like the pillars are restart, redefine, and recreate. So it doesn't matter what you did in the past. If the future is not here. All you have is today. So essentially, you're at zero every single day. Because who cares? You could have made $1,000, $10,000 yesterday, what you gonna do today? How are you gonna redefine your skill set, your relationships, your mindset, so you can recreate your results, recreate your future. And so, you know, I made a post about that, and I said, no matter what it is, I could lose it all, but I understand my foundation of how I got here, and I can get it right back times 10. And so that was kind of the first time that Back at Zero was birthed, was in a caption. And then I went on probably like 2 months later, and I created Back at Zero LLC officially. And I, you know, I did my thing with that, got an S corp, Back at Zero. So it's been a thing since 2019, like bank accounts, all that, Back at Zero. And then 2021, I created a nonprofit, Back at Zero Foundation, and I gave away scholarships to HBCU students in STEM programs. So it's like Back at Zero was always there, but I never put it at the forefront of my brand. It was always Trey House or it was Sir Trilly, right, with my music. So I never really pushed that. It was just kind of like a mindset I had. It was my lifestyle, but I never really marketed it where people were like saying it like that. And so to where I'm at now, it's like, now I'm like, okay, I don't want to do network marketing anymore. I kind of spiritually, I felt that it didn't align with where I was going. And shout out to anybody doing network marketing. I believe it's an amazing industry. If you don't have a lot of money and you want to turn nothing to something, it's definitely a place you can go. Low overhead, extreme upside, and you get a ton of personal development and leadership skills if you take it seriously. And so like where I'm at now, I'm like, okay, I'm back at zero, right? I left, that's gone. I'm not going to reign over my old championships, restart, redefine, recreate. What does the future look like for Branden Thompson? And so back at zero just made so much sense. And I said, you know what? I want to essentially recreate what I've experienced in my last company, but I want to give it away all for free. And I know that sounded crazy to a lot of people, but to me, it made sense. It made sense because I'm like, if we're saying impact and impact over income, well, then why was we kicking people out the group when they went inactive? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why did they not get access after they didn't pay their monthly subscription? And it's like, we did over 100,000 active people at one time. But I always think about the people that went inactive because they couldn't continue, whether it was a single mom, whether it was somebody in a third world country that couldn't continue. And it's like, dang, bro, these people giving their last to learn this skill and be a part of something real. And it's like, they don't got the money no more. So it's like, you might never see that person again. So I was like, you know, if I'm gonna do it this time, I'm gonna do it the right way. And it's kind of like my redemption era to give it away for free for the people that missed out on the first go around.
That is powerful. And you hit on something crazy because that was so true. And I remember I talked to Rob about that when we were in it. I was like, that sucks for the people who like literally just gave their last to be a part of it. And it's like, if they don't have it, then it's just cut off. I was like, I mean, on the side, low key, I was like, just zoom in with me. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you put the work in, I got you regardless because it's the skill that we want to learn. So the fact that you took that and you're making it like the impact is like truly the realness of it. It's truly your foundation because a lot of the times in network marketing, they would say impact was a foundation, but they was really real greedy. They really just wanted you to like pay your bills so they can up it. And that's okay too. It's okay. Because that was the point of it. It was to get more people, it was to get everybody in. And that was all right too. But it got to the point to where it didn't feel like impact anymore. It just felt like pay your bill or, dip. You know what I mean? Like, what's
Or get
good?
kicked out. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They give you that 24, 48-hour notice, But like you said, Tosh, it was a necessary, action for the business model. It's like you can't really build if you letting everybody stick around that ain't paying.
Yeah.
But I said I gotta disconnect myself with that because I'm built off real relationships. No matter what, like me and you, it's almost about to be 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
take real pride in, staying connected with people that knew me before any of all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's cool, but it's like connecting and staying connected with people that, knew you before any of all the fame and the money and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm super excited for this.
Yeah, that's fire. I'm excited for it too. I love seeing the impact. Your event looked absolutely amazing. Can you tell us like how that came about, how you were able to make such another big impact, but this time putting your foundation at the forefront?
No, absolutely. And shout out to Sway Funded. Shout out my guy Lewis Neal, somebody that I've grown to know more and more over the last few years. And he's doing a lot of phenomenal things in business. And so two phenomenal people coming together and aligning for having a heart for the people. He went ahead and was one of the major sponsors for the event, and he believes in what we're doing at Back at Zero. And so I wanted it to be completely different from all the other events that I had thrown or been a part of, with the network marketing field. Didn't want to do it at a hotel or, I'm saying, hey, sign up here and, get back with the person that got you involved or whatever. I was like, we want to do something different. So, I wanted to make sure that I uh, curated a event that was connected to one, my nonprofit's mission statement, but also things that are like just important to me. So, the mission statement for my nonprofit is to educate and mentor individuals in STEM, music, arts, and financial literacy through entrepreneurship. So I wanted to touch on those things. So I had people from, all walks of life, entrepreneurs that built businesses. I had people from real estate, health and wellness. I had tech. I had people talking about crypto. And so it wasn't about, hey, this is a comp plan. This is what it's like. No, let's really educate you on what's out there. No strings attached. I just want to really give you the game on things that are essential for you to be successful, not just with money, but health wise and just understanding how things work. So it was very like a breath of fresh air to be able to put that together. And at the end of it, like people left saying, man, I really learned something. Not only did I learn something, I was able to connect with people. And that's what I loved. It was like people were really connecting with each other. Like I'm looking on Instagrams and I'm saying, oh, such and such follow such and such now. Like that's crazy. Like, and they connected at that event. And I think people were able to see that I have a lot more working and cooking behind the scenes. I don't do a lot of talking on everything I'm doing, but I think when people were able to see the different partnerships and relationships I have outside of trading, I think it was an eye opener for people to really like connect with Back at Zero and say, okay, no, it's something bigger than just trading, and I can see where this thing going. And they bought into the vision even more.
Powerful.
Yeah, Houston was lit. Houston was lit. I can't lie, it was lit. I had a ball. I should have been speaking, but I wasn't asked to speak, so I didn't speak. But
No,
maybe
we gonna
next
get you,
time.
bro. I always want to make sure I set the stage appropriately. So it's not the last one. I'm gonna always make sure I put you in a power position, bro. I promise.
Oh no, you had me looking good. And I won too. I still got the Baccarat. You know what I'm saying? I won the good
See, man,
cologne.
I don't even have no baccarat. You know what I'm
I think it
saying?
was Baccarat. I think I'm saying that right. Is that right? Baccarat?
No, that's right. I'm more of a, I'm
Okay.
more of a, baccarat got oud, but I'm on the oud side. So I've been doing like the Arabian fragrances.
Okay.
That's my style now.
Give me
I
a
heard a lot
name because I
about
don't.
those.
Yeah,
What's the
oud.
name? Give me one name for the people.
The satin oud, they have it with a baccarat. Baccarat has a oud. It's
Sanu.
a satin oud, I believe. But mine is
Sanu.
I like I'm gonna just give you a few, bro, because I don't need you smelling like
Yeah,
me.
but I don't need you smelling. I don't
Because
like to
I don't
smell
need
like
you
niggas
smelling
either,
like
man.
me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
crazy.
That's
Hey,
real.
a Nitio, it's a black and gold bottle. It's called Oud for Greatness.
Ooh, for
Bro,
greatness.
you walk in the room, it's a head turner, bro, every time.
No, you
Dude,
saying ooh, ooh,
Oud,
like
OUD.
Oud, oud,
OUD. Put me on game. Y'all heard that, people?
Oud.
OUD
OUD. Okay.
for greatness.
Oud for Greatness.
Yeah.
He said you walk in, got heads turning immediately. Okay.
They gonna
Well, you
ask
know,
you.
Add it to your
I'm
list.
gonna have to check that out. But I
Yeah.
gotta watch the BT. I gotta Google it first. It might be $5, $7, $800 bottle.
Nah, it
Yeah.
ain't cheap, but it ain't crazy. It ain't cheap, but it
Okay.
ain't crazy. You could definitely
Okay.
afford it. We know what you
But
got
yeah,
going.
no, the event was amazing though, man. I did win some cologne. It was I ended up hooking up with Speedy. He's a holistic healer. He has some cool stuff going on. I end up getting my Sway hydration on up there.
Oh
They
yeah.
had some Sway hydration that was supposed to be good for you as well. I end up copping a case of that, got a discount, met the owner who actually produced that. What else? Who else I bump into? A gang of traders. I think Slim Thug was there too. So say what's up to Thugger, you know, got my H-Town in, you feel me, have my little grill in. It was lit. Yeah. Then it was a little after shindig. So I really enjoyed that. And I'm really looking for more from you. But if I was to join back at zero right now, what should I expect? Like, what does that onboarding process look like? That community look like? And for someone just don't know about you or what you got going on, like what would you tell them that could potentially put them in what type of next level as far as education and information they can get from BAZ?
No, absolutely, man. So the Back at Zero community, and it's just to be clear, you know, it's completely separate from the nonprofit, right? Nonprofit is different. This is just trading. It's a free trading community, a Back at Zero trading community, and you know, the onboarding process is very simple. It's a two-step process. You know, you will enroll with our preferred broker, Sway Markets, you know, create a demo account. We never coerce anybody to fund up immediately. You know, we just say, hey, create a demo account so you can start taking the trades. Once you create your account and get verified, you go to step 2, and that's when you will create a profile on our on the Circle, which is where we host the community, Circle Community. You download that app. And once you create the profile, you'll be in the verification room. You literally drop your Sway ID. We go look in the CRM, make sure you're really back there, because that's literally the only rite of passage to let you in is make sure you're on the broker. And then after that, you're in. You get access to the education, you get access to the live sessions, the signals, and then you can start talking to everybody that's in the community. I mean, from somebody that never has traded, it's amazing. From somebody that has traded, it's even better. I believe the education that we've put in there is probably some of the best information I've seen since I've been in the industry for the last 7 years. And I'm not saying that to be biased. I'm like, no, when I seen it, I said, you know, because I got a team. I didn't just do it by myself. I had a team of people, and we curated the information. I was like, bro, this is right on. Like, it's good for somebody that's never seen it, and it's great for somebody that has seen it, because it can refine their skill set and kind of give them what we call a framework, right? A lot of people are looking for strategies, but if you don't have the framework, the strategy will never work. So we want to give you the right framework and foundation, and then you can throw your strategy on top of it. But we want to give people like, this is it. No fluff, no big words, no trying to sound, you know, extra educated. It's like, hey, this is what it is. Once you finish watching this, it's about 2.5 hours worth of educational material, and you'll go through intro and advanced, and then you'll actually start understanding setups, when to buy, when to sell, you know, breaks of structure, order blocks, you know, mitigation, all the trading lingo.
Because that's one of my things I dislike. Once I learn what I've learned, as far as teaching it from ground zero, like from nothing. Now, if you know a little bit, you know I take a trade, I can mess with you. But from I don't know nothing about Forex to taking a trade, that's a lot. And so you all already have that in place for someone who knows nothing.
You can know absolutely squat.
That's
And
fire.
just to give you an example, I like mentoring younger kids. When people get past 21, it's kind of like, they didn't already lived a little bit. They think they know something. So I like you know, 11 to 17. That's a sweet spot, because they still like open to mentorship, and they'll actually take direction well. So I'm mentoring this little girl. She's 16. She just turned 16. Her name is Yuri. And you know, she's going back and forth between Memphis and Houston with her mom and her dad. And so you know, I got wind of her. Somebody asked me to mentor, and you know, she got her things she's going through as a female, and you know, whatever. But she wanted to learn how to trade, and I put her in the community, and she's actually talking the information. Like, she never has traded before, but after she watched the information, she's saying order blocks, and she's saying break a structure, and it's like, it's possible. So you don't have to be college educated. You could be a felon. You could be ugly. You could be fat, tall, skinny. It don't matter. You don't have to. It's no prerequisite. All you have to do is have an open mind and focus in, and you can learn it.
So for all you retarded, ugly people out there that might be locked up, you can learn.
It's not over with for you.
Oh my gosh. Of course you would summarize it like that. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So you talked about mentoring between like 11 and 17. I love that. And so I saw that you were like kind of like in the schools. I saw that you did some work with some of the schools in, was it Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, can you talk about that and what you want that impact to go through as far as the communities? Like, do you guys have a goal for the community to increase certain things, to impact certain things, to enhance certain things? Can you talk about that?
No, absolutely. And you know, that's more on the nonprofit side. So
Yes.
I actually have a financial literacy curriculum called Shake the Bank Financial Literacy Curriculum, and it's for middle schoolers to high schoolers. So we talk about saving, budgeting, credit, life insurance, debt, you know, all the things you need to know to actually operate as an adult and start to work towards the things you want. And so like some of the we did a small crash course in A-Leaf, which is a school district out here in Houston. And it was probably like 250 or so
That's fire.
A-Leaf students, so from all different schools in A-Leaf. And, you know, we did shout out to my girl, Precious Azure, super supportive in everything I've done to help me refine this process as well. But we did like a little crash course for the program. And one of the things we do is we see what type of career they want, right? That's the biggest thing. It's like, what career do you want? And then what type of lifestyle do you want to live? Those are the two things we have. So it's like, okay, I want to be an esthetician. But it's like, okay, well, how many cars you want? How big of a house do you want? How many trips do you want to take a year? How many kids do you want? Do you want to be married? How often do you want to go shopping? And so we kind of like uh just kind of refine that what that looks like so that they can understand like, okay, maybe I don't need to be an esthetician, or if I am, I'm gonna have to find something else. Or maybe I need to not be so overzealous about what I want coming out the gate. And so one of the ways we did that was we had, and this is an in-person event, we had a bucket of different career fields. And I just was picking different people to come up and pull something out of the bowl. And I think it was maybe like 6 or 7 different careers that they picked. And then I went down the line and, you know, and I told them to say their career out loud. And then in the crowd, I would ask, hey, what do you think the salary is for this? And when I say the kids were way off on every career, it was like insane. But that lets you know there's a disconnect between real life and them like dreaming about what they want to do. And so,
Yeah.
like, you know, even for like, we put in there rappers, right? We put rappers. We say, how much do you think a rapper makes? And it was like 1 million, 5 million. And then it's actually, you know, it's actually 50,000 a year. Average rapper makes 50,000 a year. Not Drake. Everybody's not going to be Drake.
Everybody's
Everybody's
not
not going
going
to
to
be the
be here.
baby. And then that's when it hits them. I said, you could be Drake, but everybody's not going to be Drake.
All right.
So it's like 50,000, and these are real numbers. And it's like, yeah, let's scale back a little bit. And then you go to the software engineer, and it's 140,000. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I don't want to be a rapper. Maybe I
Mm-hmm.
want to be. And when you start putting it like that, then it's like, okay, now I can start making tangible moves on what I really want based off of what I know is real. And so I believe it's really important to grab that age group because all they're watching is Instagram and
Yeah.
media, all these different platforms where you're getting just a 10-second clip, 15-second clip with no context. Oh, he in the Lambo, but you didn't know it's rented. You know what I'm saying? Or,
Right.
oh, he's in a big house, but it's an Airbnb. So it's
Yeah,
like
you make it realistic.
not having context behind what you're consuming and having unrealistic expectations on what you're going to be able to do when you graduate high school.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what we've been doing in the school. And the goal is just to close the wealth gap with the information. So once you start to make better decisions, then you can start making more money. Because sometimes it's just not having that right information. It's like, okay, I have the ambition, but I have the wrong information. And so
Mm-hmm.
Or just knowing what you want to do outright. Like, what do you want to do? A lot of kids need help with that. I don't know what I want to do.
right,
Of course, you want to be successful, whatever that is to you as far as
Yeah.
success, but, just knowing what I want to do, what's out there for me, because And I love what you're doing. We got the same concept over here at the Trap House, but for me, it's the street, because I didn't know. I thought investing was reing up. You know what I mean? And so, like, that's like my target market. I want to kind of get those individuals and show them, like, man, there's so many other things out here. Basically the same thing, just impacting a different audience, I would say.
But I
But
think
yeah, man,
that's what
that's
you
dope.
said. Like, just they need to see somebody though that looks like them, can relate. I think sometimes the people that they do put in front of the kids, you know, they got the shirt tucked in their pants and, you know, just looking corny, you know. But you got a guy, oh, he got tattoos, he got a chain on. Oh, dang, he
Oh,
do
he a
music.
rapper?
Yeah, and then you'd be like,
Yeah.
but he sounds educated and he's teaching me something. And dang, he wants to, you know, actually have a conversation and help me. Like, there's not a lot of people out there that's willing to do that. So if I can curate that space where even I bring TT in or bring you in, it's like, hey, these are people too that are doing what I'm doing.
Right.
And you know, you can do it on different levels, and they don't want to do what I want to do, but they've used this vehicle to do what they want to do, and you can do the same.
Yeah,
Facts. I
that's
worked with
fine.
kids over this summer too, just helping them with their foundations in math, helping them with pretty much everything that you've just kind of touched upon. So
Yeah,
I definitely understand what you're doing. That's why I'm like, okay, I see where you're going with that route, and you're definitely needed. Like, that is a space that's definitely needed. They need to see people like us that are doing the things that they want to do, because a lot of the time they only see, like, we're in Moreno Valley, so they only see like a small city. They only
right.
see what their parents have done, maybe their uncles, aunties, but other than that, they all just see this small community, and they don't see like there's more out there that you can do. It's not just one job or one way to do
Yeah.
something. Like, you have options out there, and you just
So
have to be versatile with it, but you have to be open to it, open to the coaching.
absolutely.
Yeah, the
Nah,
opportunity as
definitely
well.
fine. We're
Yeah,
definitely
definitely open to the opportunities. So
Yeah,
that's
because
dope. And it's definitely needed. And I have something that I think could work for you.
hey,
So
go
we can talk
for it.
after, but I got something that you're definitely needed in for that space.
I
Let
need
me know.
10%. I just know I need a percentage. I've learned my lesson in investing in
Here
this
you
space.
go. Here you
Oh,
go. We ain't signed no
Oh
paperwork.
my
We
gosh.
ain't signed no paperwork, nothing. You like,
Oh my gosh.
let me go ahead
hey
and get
man, well,
that.
if there's some space in there for
Before
me, just
taxes or
go
after
ahead.
taxes? You can get it after taxes. After taxes, I got you on 10%, bro.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Yeah, but I
I'm
literally
not mad at
started
that.
a business to help students with math, to make it easy, because it's just numbers. And they need to understand, like, it's really not hard. And that's,
Are you
yeah.
doing are you shooting your
Yes,
shot
I
on
did.
the middle of
Did
the
you see what?
interview?
Yes, I
Like
did. Yes, I
with
did.
all right.
No, I'm
Okay.
open.
No, but
I'm
I think
open.
it's dope. We're all here
No,
to
it
help.
is dope. It's absolutely dope for sure. I'm just saying, like,
It was
No,
yeah.
light. It was light. It was
Shoot.
light.
I'm
Okay.
definitely open for whatever. You know, we could definitely talk about that offline for sure.
No, I
That's
Whatever
got
can
you.
dope.
help
I
and add
got you.
value.
The impact
Uh,
is real, family. For all the listeners out there, if you don't know, this is real. The impact is real. Are really out here doing what they can do for the community and helping them out in the best way possible, and not just seeking some type of return on it, man. It's really genuine people out here wanting to help. So just have to look for the information, and just lock in. So that's super dope. Shout out to BT and Toshalays and myself, because I do a little work back for the
yeah, you
community as
do.
well.
Yeah, you do.
So I like to give back a little something. But yeah, man, that's some dope stuff going on. So B, what are we expecting from you to come? Like, what's
Yes.
what's
What's
what's coming? I
happening?
know you got something cooking up back there in on real simmering, sauteed and what they say marinating up there, man.
Marinade.
So what's going on?
Oh man, it's I got a lot of I got my hands in a lot of different projects, and what I've learned is you know it's I think it was either Bill Gates or Warren Buffett, but it's like you want to have equity in as many things that has nothing to do with your time, right? So I've been able to get equity in a lot of different projects through relationships or through investments or whatever, just being at the right place at the right time. And so there's people that are super passionate about something, but if you can add a resource, they might give you a percentage because you're helping them on their dream. So uh man, it's so much. So I'm the vice president of business development for StreamBean. He was LG Young was at the event, the Back at Zero Expo. And so StreamBean is a business operation platform enhanced by AI. So imagine Calendly, HubSpot, Zoom, ChatGPT, DocuSign. Imagine all of them had a baby, right? So one platform where you don't have to go to 5, 6 different places to run your business. You had it all on one platform. And so he's made me the vice president of business development. We've created an affiliate program for that. And I'm super excited. That's going to be launching in August, like officially. We're in beta phase. So some people already bought in. I told you a little bit about that, PIP'N, but
yeah, we need to lock in because for the Traders Lounge.
yeah, so like we could definitely have a
yeah.
conversation. And I mean, I'm just super excited because it's made for direct sales, you know, and I come from that space as far as my biggest success has been in sales. And, you know, just I'll give you an example. So, you know, you remember we used to have these massive calls, thousands of people. We'll do an opportunity call. And then it's like, all right, get back with the person that got you on the call. And then it's like all these people were fired up and ready to get started. And then it didn't convert because we got them out of the sales process, right? It's like when people are ready, when they're at their highest like place of interest, you got to close them. So you don't get them out of the sales process because we know, and now I got a son. It's like, yo, you get off of that. It's a different world when you come off of this call. Like baby crying, trying to change his diaper, Dookie leaking out it's crazy.
Yep.
The last thing you're thinking about swiping your Visa card, you know what I'm saying? You just get distracted. And so one of the things that I like about StreamBean is that it's in meeting payments. So when they're ready, you close them right then and there. Don't leave. Go ahead and put your card information on in the platform, and then you can go ahead and close them right then and there when they're ready. And even if they're not ready, you can do you can have it where they put their call on file and then they can pick the date that they want to process the payment. So it's to increase sales and revenue. And if you're in direct sales, that's just a no-brainer. Also, you can sign documentation. So signing NDAs, MOUs, you know, small, you know, agreements. It's like, think about how many times you gotta wait for somebody to just make a couple signatures on DocuSign. That could take, oh, it's in my junk mail, or I'll get to it. And it's like, bro, just you on the call. Let's go ahead and sign it right now. You don't like that line? I can edit it in the call. And it's like the business process just becomes way more easier. I don't got to chase people. It's like, if you're really ready, let's go ahead and do it now. Let's not lead the sales process. So StreamBean is definitely at the forefront of the future for me. Like I said, we launching next month. Shoot, I'm launching Bass on August 1st, like officially the trading community. So it's a lot of good things coming. What else? What else can I say? I have a cartoon animation. It's called Doji on the Hill. It's about
Doji on the Hill.
Yeah. So did y'all ever see my dog?
Yeah.
So Doji on the Hill, we don't gotta go through why I don't have it anymore, but it is what it is. But I'm commemorating my dog, you know. I love Doji, but you guys know what Doji is, right? It's a candlestick, right? And so I wanted to create an animation that was a mixture of like The Big Short, Boondocks, and South Park, right? But I wanted it to emulate my college experience, both because I graduated from Prairie View, but I started at Hampton University, so it was two HBCU experiences. So like just kind of going through that path where you have a love interest, you have your arch nemesis, you have your best friend, you have the old guy or the police officer that's always giving game. Like I had all those different characters planned out, and then the dog, just to give you two different nuances of the characters in there. The dog, Doji, she's my pet, but at night she's a prolific day trader. So she has a whole setup under her doghouse. And I'm trading too as a broke college student. And every day on the computer, it's like a thing where I see the top trader in the world, and it's her, but I don't know. And I'm like, who keeps getting number one in the world in trading? And it's my dog. So it's kind of like it's crazy as how like it's me in the future. My dog is me in the you feel me?
Mhm.
My dog is me in the future, and I'm in college, and my dog kind of saves me in a lot of situations. And
Mhm.
so just growing with that narrative, and then my two best friends are invisible friends. They're invisible friends, and it's an NFT collection. Y'all can
What
go.
was you smoking in college?
Um, ooh, turkey necks,
Oh, listen, I'm just
chicken
saying. He
wings.
said the dog, my friends is
Yeah,
invisible.
it's trippy, bro. It's trippy,
I'm
bro.
just like, what
I'm
is
super
happening?
excited.
Yeah,
I
that
did
sounds
all the
dope
music.
though.
That
Yeah,
dude,
did
it
all the music
sounds
on there. So yeah, I'm super excited. So that's something that I'm working on.
wow.
And then more music, bro. More music on the way for sure. I got a lot of unreleased stuff. So just want to make sure I'm in that right position to release it where it makes sense. And then I can just kind of like let it flow with all the other stuff that's going on in my life. So I'll say those are the three
That's
things, three
dope.
main
So
things
some
that I'm focused.
animation. Y'all look out for the animation
Don't
and
you want
all
to hear?
these other things. That's fire. So give me your Pip'N Aint Eazy moment. As a trader, you know, before you give me your Pip'N Aint Eazy moment, let me ask you, at what point when you thought it was important to focus on trading and that, because you was good at both, right? You end up
Yeah.
getting good at trading and network
Mhm.
marketing. Because a lot of them individuals got into that space and they was just run to play, and didn't take the education and learn how to trade.
Yeah, but didn't know how to
So at
trade.
what
Mhm.
point in from 2017 to you know the point where you was a profitable trader, when did you shift and say, you know what, let me stop all this network marketing and focus on trading, or this is the main thing, or this, that, and the third? How did you mix the two, and when did you focus on one more than the other?
So when I initially came in, that's what got me was the skill set. I was already making good money at my job. And so I just wanted to learn how to make additional income. So I had already done network marketing before I graduated college, right? So I was already in the know of what that was. I said, man, I'm not trying to chase nobody and recruit. I'm making good money. I'm good. But I will dang sure multiply it with this skill set if that's what it is. And so I initially started there. And so I would believe that was probably the first Pip'N Aint Eazy moment for me. And then, once I understood that so many people in my community didn't understand that this was a real thing that they could utilize to change their lives, that's where the recruiting and all that came. But to me, I didn't think of it as recruiting. It was like just a mission. Like, let me tell you what this is because it's worked for me. And then I probably, as I was touring, it was harder to be focused on the trading, right? Because I didn't have my setup, and it's like you doing this, you tired, you jet lagged, you missing the sessions, you out of session. You know what I'm saying? So during that run, I was trading, but I wasn't as um like focused on it because there was so many other things going on. And then I think once things started to subside, I got back serious about trading 2022. Like is when I was like, okay, it's time for me to tap back in because things are starting to change. And now I need to, supplement the income that was kind of fluctuating at the time.
Yeah.
Um, and so that was my the second Pip'N Aint Eazy moment was just understanding that, you don't have to trade forever or all the time, but just know it's there for you. It'll save you. It'll definitely save you. Like it's the only place I know where like if you don't got nothing else, if you could just find a couple $100, you can make something shake. You can make something shake. So yeah, I mean my Pip'N Aint Eazy moment is one, finding out about it and changing my perspective about just making money. And then my second Pip'N Aint Eazy moment is like, okay, things are shifting. I need to supplement my income. I'm glad I got this skill. Let's tap back in.
Dope.
I love that.
So once you see a bag start to wiggle, hold on, let me go back to the trap. Let me
Exactly.
see.
Let's
I
go
know I
back.
know where to go get it. I
Yeah.
know where to go get it. And it's in the market. And that's what I love about the market as well. Because when I first got here, I lost a whole bunch of money real quick. And I was excited about it because I knew I could have made it that fast too, you know.
Mhm.
And it is a skill set. And if you practicing proper risk to reward, you can't really lose in this. You're gonna take some lessons, but you
Yeah.
can't really lose if you practice some
For
risk to
real. It's
reward.
real.
Yeah, it
When did
is.
you start taking like risk management serious?
Oh, you choppy, sis.
Or did
Yeah,
you always take it serious as far as
yeah,
trading?
chopped up a little bit, T. Can you?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good now.
Can you hear me now, or is it still choppy?
No, you good.
No, you good.
Okay, I was saying, when did you begin to take risk management serious? I know when we first get in, some people just like start hitting the button, hitting the button. Did you already always take it serious, or was there a certain point where you were like, okay, I need discipline because this can get crazy real fast?
Yeah, it was okay. It was very early on. It was very early on. 2017, the same year I started, it was very early on. I So the reason I was able to really understand crypto was because of Forex. I had heard about Bitcoin, but nobody ever really said, "Oh, well, how do I buy it?" Like, you just telling me about this thing. I didn't know where to buy it. I didn't know about no wallets. So it was Pandora's box for me. But um, I remember my first broker I traded on was Trader's Way. Um, and they only had certain pairs that you can trade. And I remember like uh I started seeing people trade Bitcoin to US dollar. I'm like, what? I don't got that on trade. They was like, oh, it's on JFX, right? It's on a different broker or whatever. I was like, okay, well, let me do that. This was probably around November. So I had already been in the game for about 8 to 9 months. So I'm very seasoned, I understand. And I remember I had just got my first little Amex card. It wasn't a big amount, but I got my first little Amex. And I said, and JFX lets you fund up with your credit card. So I said, you know what? Let me take this credit card and invest into something that can make it more. So I remember $200. I funded up with $200 on this new broker because I wanted to trade Bitcoin, and it was the same year that this 2017. I'll never forget it. It was the same day that the Astros won the World Series. Because I remember I went out to a bar or whatever, and I had gotten to some Bitcoin trades. I only put $200 in. And it just started going. I look up, my account is at $700, like that. And I was like, okay. I start adding more positions. I wake up maybe like 2, 3 in the morning. They won the World Series that night. So it's like it's lit. I'm in the blue. Cool. I got to go to work the next morning. So it's 2, 3 in the morning. I wake up. I'm up $1,800. So I said, you know what? I'm over leveraging at this point. I'm over leveraging. I put $1, two of them.
Period.
I go back to sleep. I wake up, my account up $7,000. It started at $200, that not even 10 hours, 12 hours before.
Talk to him.
I'm up now. It's 6 in the morning. I'm like, well, let me start getting ready for work. I'm brushing my teeth. You know what I'm saying?
What the excitement.
I'm like, yo, I couldn't like, I went to go work out before I went to work. I get to $10,000. I close out. I said, it's no way I just grew $200 to 10 grand in less than a day. I kept trading the account. I took that $200 account to 27,000 in 2.5 weeks. Went to work one day, placed the trade before I went in. Placed the buy.
Wait, 27,000?
27. I went to 27,000. Look.
From $200. $200.
$27K, not 2,700.
I can't make this up. 27,000. And so I went to work one day. I got the 27K. I'm like, oh, I'm about to be a millionaire, bro. Like, it's happening. This is it. This is the run.
This is it.
This is it. I'm already in my mind. I'm looking low. No bull. I'm looking up houses because I had done like a rotational program in Boeing. So like I started off first 6 months was in Cali, and then I came to Houston. So I'm in Houston as this is happening. Like I got a 6-month rotation in Houston. So I'm looking up houses in Cali because I'm like, I'm about to buy a crib. I'm like, okay, 400,000. Yeah, I should be able to get that in like 30 days. I'm really mapping out everything. So I placed a trade on my way to work one time. We in a meeting, and I'm pulling out my phone. I'm down, $2,000. I said, okay, whatever. It's time to add another one. Get out the meeting. I'm down $6,000. I'm sick, right? I'm like, nah. Let me go. Doo-doo. Add another one. I'm at lunch. I'm down $18,000. I'm holding now. I'm holding. Bro, I held so long, blew me out to $600, bro. Never withdrew. And I think I ended up blowing the $600. So that I ain't gonna lie, that
It's painful.
I only lost $200 in retrospect, but it felt like a lot more because I had never made that type of money that fast from my cell phone. But it was one of the biggest lessons, and you can't unsee that. You can't unsee it. Once you see, like you said, I know where I lost it, but I see where I made it too. Same place, same way. It just, if I would have got in on the other side. But I happened to get in 2017 at the very last high that Bitcoin had made. I think it was like 60,000. And that joint just kept dropping probably for the next 3-4 years after that, which is crazy. But that's me not using proper risk management, revenge trading, not taking my losses. Cause I could have even easily just said, let me just cut it. I blew the whole account just trying to revenge and get it back. 27,000.
Wow. Or even just not knowing that was the high. It just,
I didn't know. I didn't know. I was like, it's got to go back up, and it never did. And like we just now getting back in the 60s. Like think about that. That was 7 years ago. So it's like crazy. Like but yeah, that in short, that was the moment I was like, okay, I have to do better. I can never allow myself to over leverage or never allow myself to get so emotional into this thing where I'm willing to risk it all, everything I just earned. And so that was a huge lesson for me. And then once I seen that, I was like, okay, it's cool. I gotta switch up my trading plan for sure.
That'll do it. That'll do it. But hey, everybody listen up. Lesson learned, but he only put 200 in there. At the end of the day, you only started off with 200 and you grew it to 27,000. And then when you blew it, you were still up 400 because you said it was at 600.
Yeah, I was still up.
Yeah, you were still up.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I blew that too eventually. Because I'm trying to go back.
Because I need it back because you gave me 27. Give it back first before you blow anything else, please.
It's going up crazy and then come down slow. So.
It hurts, even though because you didn't get to touch it. You know what I mean?
Didn't get to touch it.
Withdraw your money, everybody. Moral of the story.
No, for sure. I should have went ahead and just took that out.
Take it out. Down payment. House. Got it.
Easy.
Easy. It happens to the best of us, baby. It's okay.
No.
It's okay. It's quite all right. Hey, but as you know, if you don't know what time it is, it's about that time right now, sis. This is about that time, sis.
Oh, it's time. It's about that time. Okay. If you know, you go. Oh, you should be really good at this, though.
Okay.
Should be.
So at the end of every Pip'N Aint Eazy show, we like to play a game. Normally, when it was live, we would have people put stuff in the chat about what we've talked about. But this time it's a little different. It's a little bit more intimate. So based off everything we just said, we're going to give you like 3 words, and you're going to go ahead and give us some bars.
We need some bars for you, baby. We need some bars for you.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
We need some bars for you, baby.
I need back at 0 in there, but that's like not 3 words. I just want, bass in there. That counts as 1. What you want?
I would like
bass.
I would like I want over leverage in there.
Over leverage.
Give me over
impact.
Yes. All right, here we go. Can you hear the beat? Can you hear the beat?
It's real light, but I hear it.
Yeah, it's light. Can you turn up? Just tap. Let me see if I can turn it up. Okay, I can hear it. Bass, over leverage, and what?
Impact.
Impact. Okay.
It's okay. If you only get 1 out of 3 or 3 out of 3, we ready.
Okay. Young B, I'm on your ass. You better join. Bass, I'm coming through with the message. Please check your account. You can't over leverage. I'm driving down the street, focus intact. I gotta travel the world more intact. Hey,
Let's go! I hear you,
hey,
baby.
hey, y'all got something going right here, bro.
Oh, okay.
Well, we definitely appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
No,
oh man,
I appreciate y'all for real. This was dope. I had a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, man. Give us one last gem for the people, man. One last gem for someone who's don't know nothing or they know something. Just one last gem for the people. What would you just leave us with?
Don't be afraid to restart. And I don't want to be cliche, but don't be afraid to restart. I think a lot of times people hold on to things too long that doesn't serve them, and then you end up blocking your blessing. So it's like God will give you a blessing, but if that blessing is only for a season, and then he needs you to have faith that he's going to give you something even better. So whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's an environment, whether it's anything, it's like, okay, God, if God gave me this and I'm feeling this discomfort, like I know there's more, it's probably because I need to let something go that doesn't serve me anymore so that I can make room for what he has in store. So restart, redefine, recreate.
BAZ. I like that. This boy's a professional. You hear me? That was nice. That was nice. Well, as you know, pimping ain't easy.
But somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to do it.
And it might as well be us, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. We just killed another episode of PipN Aint Eazy. Y'all tune in. Make sure you take notes from Mr. BT himself. This was absolutely phenomenal. And we will see y'all next time.